It's Monday. It's morning.
And it is macabre. Guys, it's Tuesday, but we should just change the name. We should just call it
At this point, yeah. It should be
weekday.
weekly macabre.
Yeah. One a week macabre because
All right, I'm going to try my best to be a safe distance from the mic this episode so it doesn't sound like I'm have emphysema and it doesn't sound like I'm really quiet.
A lot of people don't know that Scones is 96 years old and he actually is sleep. It's like a sleepwalking thing where his sleep apnea comes through, but he also is like semi-conscious and can talk.
Yeah, I wake up the next day and I'm like, oh, a new episode went out.
You're like, oh, I wonder what this one's about.
Oh, shit.
Sheesh. We should do an episode on you, dude.
That'd be sick.
You're an enigma. That would be sick. Scones, we were together this weekend.
We were at a bachelor party.
Went up to
the Great White North.
We did. We were in New Hampshire. We saw some crazy stuff, dude.
Dude, you wouldn't believe the shit I
You
saw.
would believe it, dude. Saw a bear fight a salmon, dude. Fisticuff style.
I saw the biggest painting of a deer I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to explain.
Me and Dar split a California King bed.
We did split a bed, California King, by the way. And the I was trying to tell Jenny it was enormous, and she's like, I saw the pictures. Like, there's no way. I'm like, no, it was 7 feet by like
big.
10 feet. It was like so big.
I could have laid, if it was on the floor, I could have laid down and spread my arms and legs. And it would not have gone off the pants.
It was like the size of the California King.
It was crazy.
It was enormous. It was a beautiful abode.
Beautiful. There were so many live, laugh, love type of signs. I took a picture of everyone on the first floor, and I got to 18. And I was like,
so many. Imagine you had enough wall space for 18 signs in general.
Dude, it's crazy. The amount of money they've spent on them is nuts. Like,
they have to have some kind of like affiliation with some kind of signage.
Or like a sign store was closing down or something. Or like, what's the joke?
Is that the joke?
It has to be.
I have to count the signs.
Like, there's so many.
There was so many.
Either that or we were supposed to bring one and leave it or something. I don't know. Like their Airbnb guests bring them, and then it's like
that'd be pretty funny.
It's like a guest book instead.
Yeah. I have a question. I saw the picture of mutual friend Sean singing karaoke.
Shout out Sean, friend of the program.
Did he get up there the night we were there?
No, he didn't. That was the next night. The
night you guys went back and he was like determined.
Dude, he offered like to pay the guy $50 to let him get up for karaoke. And for some reason, the DJ was like, get the fuck out of my face.
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, you're next, dude. And just refused to get him up there. And I don't know what he did to offend the DJ so much. It was also the crazy. DJ that was like a little into it. He was like waiting for people to not ask so he could go like do his Eminem.
Wait, was that was the DJ?
Dude, he was back. His whole life revolves around karaoke, I think. Like, that's his career.
Whoa, no. But the guy who did the Eminem one, who did...
Yeah, he's like the karaoke
he's
MC.
He's the DJ. Oh, okay. That's so lame then.
So much more lame.
I thought it was so cool because like this dude's like ripping, and he's like he knows the stage. He's like standing on amps, putting the mic to the crowd, and in reality, it's just he's just the guy who That's so lame.
Yeah, and I don't mean to disparage karaoke MCs or DJs around the world, but this guy was like using this as his way.
Yeah, this was his.
To the top.
Yeah, and I know our listeners are enthralled
about an event that they were not there for. But he was like, dude,
that was crazy. Well, that sucks. That ruins that. But more importantly, I don't know.
More importantly, we got outside.
More importantly, we got
outside for a bit. We golfed.
We did golf.
Neither of us are good at it.
Not so hot. It's not really a sport you could just kind of walk up to the tee and go crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy how it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It's a good time, though. It's just basically
was a good time.
Going for a walk in the park with a...
Right. It's walking and hitting stuff with sticks. Like, that's always been fun.
It has been, dude. Whether, like, you're a kid and you find, like, a stick that has a, like, the branches on it just happen to grow out and break that it looks like the handle, like the hilt of a sword, and you're like, fuck yeah. This walk's gonna be sick, dude.
Yeah, you're like, this 10x'd my walk.
And every tree you walk by is like an orc, and you're just like fucking killing them all.
You're wailing on them,
dude. It's sick.
I have so many just stray kids in my backyard wailing on trees, dude. I gotta hire these kids.
Dude, put them to work. Yeah, dude. It's like beavers out there. They're slowly
I got ore to mine. Yeah, we gotta. It's a conservation land. I yell at them.
Hey, swordsman!
Stop whacking my orc trees. Hark! That's the only way they'll fucking answer.
You complain at town halls that there's a random group of stick swordsmen traversing.
Have you seen these child mercenaries in your yards?
These highway bandits. Are there highway bandits anymore? Like, are there people that sit on like the Mass Pike or like
not in established United States areas, but other places, yes.
I bet in Alaska there's some.
True, dude. The Alaska salmon bandit.
Dude, they poach all your salmon.
They poach your eggs,
and you take a closer look, and it's actually just a bunch of bears in bandit clothes.
Suits. Yeah.
In suits with masks. They look like the spy from Team Fortress 2. That'd be sick.
That would be a cool bear. Well, Scones, I guess we can pop shove it and hop to it, dude.
Dude, pop shove it, drop it low, flip it, and reverse it.
Yeah, exactly. Because this week we've got a little something special for you, gang. We've got a listener suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, all the listeners who send suggestions right now are like, "Oh, is it me? Is it me? Is it me?" And they're getting so excited. And I'm just gonna I'm never gonna tell you who suggested it and give no credit.
Yeah, it's like
they don't get to.
It's like in a show when they post like who made the school play. You don't,
what?
You know, like in a TV show when like someone walks out and they put it on like a fucking corkboard and it's like who made the play and they all circle around or who made the team, and then like there's a bunch of people that just walk away with their heads down because they suck and couldn't cut it, or they were ripped off because it was political.
Made it as in like were admitted onto the team.
Yes, so like
I thought you meant like who wrote the play. I was like, what are you fucking talking about?
No. You're about to cut everyone that did not make the team.
Yeah. This is a good metaphor that tracks.
Oh yeah. Big time.
So this is a listener suggestion.
Yes.
From a one Gabe C.
Oh, Gabe,
if you're out there, sweet. He's got a good head of hair.
The C is probably for cool guy. Gabe, cool guy.
It's Gabriel, cool guy. And
it's Polish.
He hit us with a little something.
Ooh.
That I am kind of learning about for the first. I've never heard of this individual, but today we're going to be talking about George von Tassel.
What?
And the Integratron.
Now I'm in.
Yeah, at first you're like, Van Tassel, is this Sleepy Hollow? No. This is the Integratron, baby.
Hell yeah, dude.
So, listeners, strap in.
Strap in.
Band. Play the music.
Oh, they were sleeping.
Okay. Oh. Crankly bone noises.
I
don't know what. All right. Georgie Porgy Puddin' Pie
was a bear.
Speaking of bears,
ooh,
in TF2 outfits. So, yeah, I know the Integratron sounds like some like Zuckerberg tech word that he made up.
Yeah, it sounds like something that like the SATs used to make sure you're not cheating.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a technology from the 60s that is like sold in like Sears magazines. Be like, with the Integratron, we can ensure that there is no cheating on these tests. And it's just a fucking like mouse that's like running around smacking knobs.
Dude, you know? Sears magazines, brother. Let's bring those
brother, when you buy a house for $5,000.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. Well, I got scammed, brother.
So sick, dude. I spent more than $5,000 on my house, which is a highway robbery.
That's what I mean.
Speaking of bandits, we don't need bandits on the highways. We got bandits in our banks. Am I right?
Dude, the Sears catalog was a big fucking deal.
Sears?
It was like the front page of Amazon, dude.
Yeah, I guess that was Amazon.
Pretty
basically.
much.
Closest thing we have to Amazon was Sears. But that's not what we're talking about today. I've got an article here from the New York Times. So we know it's legit.
Hell yeah.
Called Welcome to the Integratron, a place of spiritual healing and musical sound bathes in the Mojave Desert. It was designed by an alien.
Yep.
Dum, dum, dum. All right. In the wee hours of August 24th, 1953, George von Tassel, a 43-year-old former aviation engineer, was awakened by a man from outer space. 6 years earlier, Van Tassel had moved with his family to Landers, California, a place of stark beauty and rainbow sunsets in the southeastern corner of the Mojave Desert, 40 desolate miles due north of Palm Springs. Van Tassel had the clean-cut look of a mid-century company man and a resume to match.
Dude, mid-century company man, that was the look, huh? Like the Mad Men type?
Yeah, exactly. He was just drinking scotch at like 11 a.m.
Yeah, probably being awful to women.
Yeah, well, hey, fucking, it was 53, dude. 1953.
Fuck the 50s.
Fuck the 50s. He had worked for Lockheed and Douglas Aircraft and for Howard Hughes Aviation Center, or Hughes's aviation concern. I didn't know what. Okay, not center, concern. Threw me off,
dude. But his companies aren't called concerns anymore.
No, they are not. I've never heard one called a concern.
I only know that word from the Yakitori concern or something. I forget what the name of it is. It's a Japanese company in The Simpsons that makes Mr. Sparkle, which is a dishwashing fluid whose icon, like their
sounds like an ultimate ability
Homer.
In an anime.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've never heard concern for a company, but we learned something. His spiritual leanings were esoteric. He settled in Landers because of its proximity to Giant Rock, an enormous 7-story high desert boulder in whose shadow he would sit silently for hours at a stretch. He told friends that he went to Giant Rock to commune with the spirits of the American Indians who had regarded the boulder as sacred. But on that night in 1953, Van Tassel's visitor was not a Native American. He was, Van Tassel claimed, a Venusian, the captain of a scout ship from Venus that had landed on the airstrip abutting Van Tassel's property.
That's sick. Oh, also I found it. It's the Matsumura Fishworks and Tamarabuchi Heavy Manufacturing Concern.
God, thank God.
Thank God.
Our listeners are going to be like, I can't go to bed until I find out.
They were probably screaming that exact thing at their radios because they knew. We didn't, though.
Yeah, they knew. I'm just out of the loop. I'm just a dumb dummy who doesn't know anything.
Dumb.
Everyone hates me.
So ship from Venus.
Yeah. So anyway, spaceman lands on his airstrip.
Yes.
The spaceman looked like a human, wore a gray one-piece bodysuit, and spoke. Van Tassel told a television interviewer, in the best English equivalent to Ronald Coleman's. That is a reference I do not know.
Ronnie Coleman?
Oh.
The bodybuilder?
Couldn't be. Not possible.
Dude, what if he's just ripped? He's in his great bodysuit. He's like, hey, check this out.
I don't think anyone's like, yo, Ronnie Coleman speaks the best English.
I don't know.
It's such a specific... Anyway, he informed Van Tassel that his name was Solganda and that he was 700 years old, which is like...
That's pretty old.
He hit him with the age, sex, location instantly. My name's Solganda, I'm 700, and I'm from Venus.
This guy's looking to fuck. He's DTF.
He looked no older than 28, Van Tassel said.
Wow.
Very specific age.
Exfoliating. Yeah.
Yeah. On Venus, they got that lotion, dog. Van Tassel was ushered onto the spacecraft where he was told that Earthlings' reliance on metal building materials was interfering with radio frequencies and disrupting interplanetary thought transfers.
That sounds like it's like half science. Like it's like kind of based in it, but really makes no sense.
Why are they using radio frequencies if they can travel cosmic distances? But they're still like, we still need our AM radio. Like,
and what are they using it for? What did he say?
Thought transfers.
For thought transfers? Why are they? Who are they transferring thoughts to beyond Venus?
Bro, Dude, Solganda's about to divulge.
Solganda's got a long distance girlfriend. He's
Solganda's like she goes to another planet.
Looking to whisper in her ear like Ronnie Coleman, the bodybuilder.
Sheesh. So Solganda also divulged a secret for some fucking reason. A formula that Van Tassel could use to build a remarkable machine, a device that would generate electrostatic energy to suspend the laws of gravity, extend human life, and facilitate high-speed time travel.
Now we're talking, dude. Now he's finally told us what's in it for us, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, why is he cutting deals with Venusians without any kind of, like, background check or anything?
Yeah, listen, before I cut all the copper pipe out of my house, what's in it for me?
Van Tassel died in 1978.
Oh, no.
Solganda hasn't been heard from in decades.
Do you think he's still
Presumably,
alive?
Well, that's a good question.
He'd be what, 760 years old?
Yeah. New York Times is a little cheeky here.
Probably looks like a 29-year-old.
Solganda hasn't been heard from in decades, presumably having settled at the ripe age of 750-something into a comfortable Venusian retirement. But
dude, Venusian's got the best retirement policies, dude.
Dude, Venus is essentially the Florida of outer space.
Pretty much. Or it's like Norway and Sweden where you get a ton of time off. Like,
that's why he looks so young.
Yeah. Their prisons
are geysers and hot springs.
Yeah, their prisons are nicer than my apartment.
Yeah. But Giant Rock is still in Landers, a hulking mass that rises out of the desert like an immense beached whale. 3 miles south of Giant Rock, across a scrubby expanse, you will find an even more extraordinary sight. A circular domed top building, 38 feet tall and 55 feet in diameter.
Oh, shit.
Constructed... Yeah.
It's like the Sphere in Las Vegas.
That's like 5 deer paintings.
That's tall, a lot of deer paintings. Have you seen the Sphere in Las Vegas, Stars?
No.
It's a giant building that's a sphere. It's huge.
I believe. Oh, I have seen
massive,
this, yes.
And it's like one big LED screen.
Yep, it like lights up and shit, and like.
And then it rained and it broke.
Is that true?
Yeah, it broke in the rain one time.
That's so stupid.
I mean, I guess like it is Las Vegas, so they probably have to plan for a very minimal amount of rain. But like, still.
But you'd still think if you're making a giant electronic device, you'd be like, if it rains,
if you're making a building, it should be weatherproof.
Yeah, or like a drunk dude pees on it, it's not going to break the fucking...
That'd be sick.
So, 38 feet tall, 55 feet in diameter, constructed by Van Tassel over the course of nearly 2 decades in accordance with the instructions of his extraterrestrial architectural patron.
Dude, this guy's given what's his name?
I don't know.
The guy before the Scientology guy. The emperor to the Scientology guy's Darth Vader.
Xenu?
No, 10 trillion years.
I was like,
what's his name? He was English.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about
He was like the Jenna Wackos before the like Jack Parsons and.
I have no idea.
Dude, I'm gonna say his name and you're gonna be like, oh,
you're gonna say his name and I go, oh. I'm like,
he's English. He believes in like trying to summon gods to like get his rocks off.
Fuck. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yup, he has a sick fucking
Aleister
name.
Crowley?
Yes.
Okay,
we got it. He has a sick name.
All right, we made it.
That is a dope
Yeah,
ass
that's
name.
a sweet name. Yeah, sort of. He's like the silly Aleister Crowley.
Little silly Aleister, dude.
Little silly Allie. Alice.
Dude, we should do an episode on Aleister Crowley.
Haven't we already?
No, we've done one.
We've had to have.
No, we did Jack Parsons, which gets into Aleister Crowley a bit.
But we've never actually. Wow, shame on us.
And we didn't do the guy who did Scientology because we're scared of their lawyers.
Yeah, because they will shoot us in the head.
Yep.
And this podcast will end.
Same.
A sign above the gated entrance to the property proclaims the name that Van Tassel gave to his time machine, the Integratron.
Wait, hold on. I have a question.
Scones in the front?
If you, Darce, you personally...
Yeah.
If you had to be a public hater of either the Church of Scientology or Taylor Swift, who would you pick?
Oof.
Because you're getting roasted by a cult either way.
I was going to say, do I want to be assassinated by like a mystery man that I don't see coming, or do I want to be killed by like 40,000 people who hate me?
It's tough. One, you're going out like, some leader that got assassinated, and the other one you're going out like who was the guy from Egypt?
I think I would rather the Scientology,
apart.
Dude. Because at least when Scientology kills me, they won't drag my name on Twitter.
Yeah, and you might get to meet Tom Cruise, which is kind of cool.
That's true. Easy choice.
Easy.
So the Integratron has been built. It's the most amazing structure I've ever seen, says Johann Karl, who bought the building 14 years ago with her sisters. So sorry, I'm so stupid. I thought it was a guy from another country. It's just Joanne. It's Joanne Karl.
Wait,
I was like, Johann Karl.
Joanne?
Her name is Joanne Karl.
Oh.
For whatever my brain was like.
The doctor was a woman type of situation.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Joanne Karl, who bought the building 14 years ago with her sister Nancy and Patty. In fact, the Integratron is a sort of time machine, or at least a time capsule. It is an immaculately preserved artifact of mid-century modernist design and a totem of 1950s UFOlogy culture.
So it's just three women making sick fucking dome buildings?
Well, they purchased the dome.
Oh, sorry.
Van Tassel constructed it.
Of course.
Because it's a time machine, of course.
Right.
The mixture of Cold War paranoia and occult spirituality that drew believers to remote reaches of the desert Southwest in search of flying saucers and free-floating enlightenment. Under the ownership of the Karls, it has become a unique tourist destination, perhaps the oddest spot in a very odd corner of the world, a magnet for new generations of spiritual questers and for just plain curious.
That spot, the southwestern United States, was hot in the middle of the 20th century. Like, it was the place to be, dude. Whether you were like,
it really was
the golden age of Hollywood, Roswell, like Palm Springs, all those crazy places.
Yeah. Nobody comes to the Integratron and just shrugs, says Joanne. You don't leave and say, oh, that was nothing. Which is a pretty good review, I guess.
I mean, it's a low bar to hit, but I don't think she's a liar. I don't think I would be like, that's stupid. I'd be like, oh my God, the Integratron.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, the Integratron.
You guys remember the Integratron? Yeah, it's not a week later. You're like, where did we go on Tuesday? It's like, oh yeah, we visited the fucking Integratron, baby.
The whole next week, you're asking for people to be like, how was your week?
You're like,
how was your day off?
Have you guys heard about the Integratron?
Don't get me started, dude.
Every visitor to the Integratron is on some level a pilgrim. It's not a place that you just happen by. To reach the building,
So it's more of a building than like a machine, right?
Yes.
Because I pictured a machine where you go and you ask it questions and it goes and it gives that old that really old paper that's all like connected to each other. I was gonna say it
prints out like
yeah.
No, it doesn't do that.
Okay.
It is sort of a machine though. It's not a place that you just happen by. To reach the building, you wind through a sun-strafed landscape of Joshua trees and bare rock outcroppings on a series of progressively smaller roads. Finally, you spot it, a bright white dome jutting out from the dust that at first glance can appear to be a mirage.
So this thing's still there?
Yeah.
Dude, Travel Channel, give us a show, dude. Like, what are you fucking doing?
Bro, what are you doing, bro?
Dude, we could have gone to the fucking Mothman, like fair or whatever it's called. We could have gone to fucking Satan's Kingdom, Massachusetts. We could have gone to this sick Integratron. We could have gone to the Keys to look at a plane that used to be horrible.
That's 4 places.
Dude, I could keep going. I'm out of my mind right now.
We got 1 million more, Daddy-o. That's how I'm going to pitch it. We got 1 million more places, Daddy-o.
Call it like Spooky World Travelers or something. Or like...
Spooky World Travelers.
I don't know. I'll workshop
that. We'll workshop. Yeah. So, a UFO that has touched down the Mojave
Moonscape. You did that last time, too.
Mojave. Yeah, I can't say it. Well, after the fucking Joanne thing, I'm all messed up.
You're questioning what's real right now, dude.
Is it Mojave?
Mojave.
The building's brilliant whitewashed facade is not merely decorative, it's adhesive.
What?
The Integratron was constructed without nails, screws, flashing, or weather stripping.
That's
it's just paint and it's just paint and caulk that keeps the weather out, says Nancy.
Oh, sheesh.
Sheesh. Nancy, I do.
Nancy.
Inside the building, more engineering marvels await. You enter the Integratron through a set of double doors on its south side. A small stairway takes you from the ground floor where there are exhibitions detailing the Integratron's history to the main attraction, the gloriously airy upper story. There, 16 rectangular windows offer 360-degree views of the desert, and the building's wooden ribs, fashioned by shipbuilders, vault to the top of the dome. With the exception of 1-ton concrete ring that fixes those ribs in place, the whole thing is made of wood. Old-growth Douglas fir from Washington State.
Wow.
Which, if the lore is to be believed,
I believe
Van Tassel was given as a gift by his old boss, Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes was just giving out old-growth
like,
forest
wood? Georgie, you want 400 tons of fucking wood?
You want, like, conservation land wood, dude? I'll give it to you.
Nah, this isn't a shitty... This is Douglas fir, baby.
Dude, have you ever seen an old-growth tree?
No.
The whole concept of it's kind of sad. Basically,
I don't know what that
old growth
is.
Trees are basically just trees that were around before Europeans settled the Americas. So he got a bunch of trees that probably like should have been in like conservation,
as old as like fucking Strigonona or whatever the Venus guy's name was.
Yeah, Strigonona. Who is Strigonona? Yeah. Why do I know that name?
The woman who. Or isn't that the woman? No, the woman who ate her shoe? Is that her? Or ate a fly?
Yeah. I think she ate that fly.
Is that the one?
And then she didn't know why, and then she ate the cat, and then the whole thing.
Yeah, and she like ends up committing manslaughter at the end or something like that.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure like murder homicide.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
Should do a podcast series on her.
Murder suicide, because I think that story ends with her exploding.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, it's not the way the Integratron looks that draws thousands to landers each year. It's how the place sounds. The Carl sisters tout the Integratron is an acoustically perfect space, a resonant tabernacle, whose form and materials, its curvilinear dome and reverberating wood, act as natural amplifiers, a surround sound stereo system in the shape of a building.
It's like anti-murder wind.
Exactly. That's why he built it.
It
like,
channels.
That shit is not getting me.
Dude, murder wind on Venus must be fucking crazy town, dude.
True.
That close to the sun.
That's probably why he's like, yo, all your metals are fucking with our murder wind stoppers. We're getting clobbered out here. For fees ranging from $20 to $80, visitors can experience a so-called sound bath, reclining on mats while the sisters strike and stroke quartz crystal singing bowls, producing tones that ripple and swirl through the building's main chamber.
Dude, I would give anything to take a sound bath right now.
I'd do anything.
Just go like lay down and three old sisters just start wailing on rocks around you. Sounds sick.
Dude, I'll do $15 so I can make that happen. The result, the Integratron's website promises, is sonic healing, waves of peace, heightened awareness, and a relaxation of the mind and body. It was a quest for sonic healing that brought the Carls to the Integratron in the first place. They visited landers in the late 1980s on the advice of a friend, when the Integratron was in the hands of its second owners, Emil Canning and Diana Cushing.
Oh no, the first owners couldn't sustain?
No. Well, George Van Tassel was the first owner.
Oh, true. Sorry. So the second owners couldn't sustain the sound bath business?
Yeah. They purchased the property from George Van Tassel's widow for $50,000. So Georgie Porgy hit that pudding.
I can't believe this isn't like fucking like Rick Rubin doesn't own this right now or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does seem like a place where it was like, oh yeah, that's where Kendrick wrote his latest album. So the Carl sisters soon became part of a circle of Integratron regulars, traveling to landers on weekends, sleeping in their rental cars, and spending days beneath the dome in marathon sound immersion sessions.
Dude, they gotta get a hobby, brother.
They smelled bad.
Probably. Well, no, I mean, less sound bath, works like a regular bath.
True. True.
It'll.
We experimented with every possible kind of sound, Joanne remembers.
That's
which
cool.
means that at some point they had to be like,
like wet, even wetter, dude.
They're like, we've done every range of silly fart noise. We played everything you could possibly play on a stereo. ZZ Top, monks chatting, all Ming kind of tapes.
Dude,
we had 20 hours of wild dolphin sounds from a marine biology professor.
That's cool. I'm into that.
That's sick.
I'm also into that, like, three sisters just sitting in the middle of this massive dome, just
ZZ
ripping
Top.
Sharp Dressed Man. Yeah.
They're like, will this make our spiritual awake? Like, will we ascend to a higher plane with this?
Yeah, and they're halfway through the song Legs, and they're like, yup. It will.
So people would bring drums, and we would drum for a whole bunch of hours.
Nice.
We weren't musicians, but it would change us.
That's very like mid-century spiritualism.
Yeah.
That tracks. The drums, dude.
Haight-Ashbury of them.
Yeah.
We would play them until we were catatonic. I used to be known as the governess of Catatonia. Which is like...
Dude, she's got bars. The Integratron, the governess of Catatonia.
We've already got Venusians, dude. This is like 400 made-up words in one article.
This is the first time all of these words have ever been in the same article together in history.
I'm going to skip a little bit more about their purchasing of it. So let's see. On any given day, a peculiar parade of hangers out moves through the Integratron's gates.
It's like Ruth's Christopher? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Talking about Ruth's Chris, like the steakhouse?
Yeah, it's weird where like the first one is first word is the plural.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It feels wrong to hear in the English
My
language.
ears don't like that.
It is correct,
Stop
but like English, it's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. So, well-heeled spa devotees, raggedy yogis, a Peruvian shaman, a British rock band, a girls' choir, a heartbroken lover seeking spiritual solace, and a few years back, a crazy German garage scientist guy with a little bit of a tick stopped by.
Is that like a reference? Are we supposed to know who this is? Is that like a cheeky,
That's a quote from one of the sisters. I don't know.
I do see like a Steve Jobs going here and doing acid and being
for
like,
sure.
We need to put everything into phones.
Be like, I figured it out. It's called Wi-Fi.
You engineers, put all of that into this phone. And then everyone's like, he's a genius.
So smart, so smart. Yeah, let us more, Mr. Jobs. He turned out to have known Van Tassel and had the original architectural blueprints for the Integratron stashed in his bedroom.
No way, dude.
So
a Van Tassel collab?
Yeah.
So is he like their like god?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is he like...
wait, I thought the blueprint was told to him by fucking this Strigonona.
That's right.
Not this guy.
Like this guy's one of the apostles at that point for this spirituality,
true.
Right?
He's the Peter.
He's the Peter, who, by the way, was named Simon.
He's the
and
Peter.
Then Jesus was like, not any fucking more, you ain't.
He's like, brother, that name is shit.
That's my favorite part of the Bible, I think. It's just Jesus arbitrarily was like, fuck you, your name's Peter now. He was like, okay.
It's like a child.
It makes me laugh every time.
Every time I read the Bible, I get a good chuckle.
Every time I'm flipping through a good book.
So, on another occasion, an older gentleman showed up claiming to be a former government intelligence operative. He had an ominous warning for the Carls. This project is watched, and you are watched. And there are watchers who watch the watchers, and watchers who watch them.
I can't tell what's real.
If a man from Venus, if Solganda himself, alighted on the roof of the Integratron tomorrow, you get the feeling that Joanne and Nancy would barely flinch. It's part of our strategy in opening to the public, Joanne says. There are so many things we just don't know. George Van Tassel said the Integratron was a time machine. Who knows? I mean, we just don't know. Maybe somebody out there will arrive with the answer. What if you're the guy?
Me?
What if you're the one who comes in and goes, I got it, I see it. So our choice is to just stay humble and see who walks through the door next.
Dude, I'm like just thinking about I walk through and I'm like this Venusian dude and I can just hear the thoughts of some like
Solganda.
Some sick like girl he was trying to get with on Mars or something. Because, men are from Venus, women are from Mars.
Wow.
Wasn't that a book?
Scony, what an educative way to end the pod, dude.
Well, I think that's the only way that Earth is possibly jamming up his Riz is like, well, he's like,
he just shows up. He's like, listen, dude, all that metal is fucking with my Riz, bro.
Dude, and I don't want to mess with some Venusian Riz.
No. Hey, listeners, don't mess with Venusian Riz. Shout out to little Gaby C for the heads up on this one. This dude was a cool guy.
I like him.
We're gonna hit Gabriel, up the Integratron
cool
one
guy.
Day. Gabe, we're gonna hit you with an invite to a Google Meet at the Integratron.
Do you think his last name,
your
Cool
Guy,
is one word, or do you think it's hyphenated?
I think it's a hyphen. Like his dad was like Brian Cool, and his mom was like Guy.
Ooh, very progressive.
Yeah, Guy.
Gabriel Cool Guy.
Gabriel Cool Guy. Bye, Guy.
Goodbye. Oh wait, did we do the plugs?
No.
Okay.
No, we did not do the plugs. Twitter, MMMacabre MondayMorningMacabre.com, and Monday Morning Macabre on Instagram. Check them all out and tell your friends and rate the show on Spotify. It helps a lot with finding more listeners.
And if you live in the American Southwest and have been to or plan to go to the Venusian Riz Dome, let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you've been to the Venusian Riz Dome. And beyond that, I hope you guys all meet Segundo or whatever his name was.
Hell yeah.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Goodbye.